3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself 2011, the best day of the year. I got a question.
Welcome back to another video on Cook with E, and we splurged in today's video. I was feeling extra indulgent today. It's the weekend, so I decided to whip this up. We made a double quarter-pound burger, oven fries with Chipotle seasoning, and a banana chocolate milkshake. And I hope you guys enjoy this one and try making this at home instead of going to McDonald's or Burger King next time. Let's get cooking.
So we're going to start with the oven fries first. So I'm just taking a big russet potato, slicing that on the side so we have a structure to work on the cutting board so it's not rolling around. Be careful with your knife. And we're going to cut these into strips, so cut them lengthways and lengthways again, and we get these nice looking fry shapes. And my favorite thing about these is you don't really need much oil. We're doing them in the oven, but they're still going to get really crispy and flavorful. And you can also add whatever seasonings you like, as we'll see. So before we get these in the oven, we're going to want to cook them so they take less time in the oven. One way to do that is to do the microwave, which is what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll also parboil them in just a pot of boiling water for a couple minutes. But in this case, I went with the microwave. So I've microwaved these for 4.5 minutes, and you can see they're kind of bendy and cooked in the center now. That's what we want. So to get some extra crispiness for these oven fries, we're going to use cornstarch. And cornstarch is going to give an outer coating for these that the oil can use and kind of crisp up against. So make sure you well incorporate the cornstarch, and then we'll start adding seasonings. So you can see these are well incorporated, and then I'm adding salt, pepper, and some chipotle powder I had. This is where you can use whatever you have in your spices, paprika, cayenne pepper, whatever you like, whatever you're in the mood for. And you can see here when I pull it out, you see the cornstarch is coated as well as the spices and everything, and that's what you're looking for. And then just throw down about a teaspoon of oil. You honestly don't need much, onto a pan and spread it out. And then we're going to lay out all our fries onto this pan. And you want to make sure they're not touching. It'll help them get a more even bake in the oven and get crispier. If they are touching, generally they can get a little mushy just because they don't have the air to breathe for the crispy edges to start. And you want to rip that in a 500-degree oven. Make sure it's hot. And you see halfway through, this is about 6 minutes. See that nice crispiness on the bottom? That's what we're looking for. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip these. Probably shouldn't be using my hand. They're pretty hot, but, got to do it in the kitchen sometimes. We've all been burnt before. I'm going to let those go for another 5-ish minutes, so probably 10 minutes total in the oven. And then we'll get started on our burger preparation. So I'm cutting up an onion here. And the easiest way to dice up onions is slice across and then slice in the middle. And then you can control the size of your pieces here when you come down on them. Easiest way to do it, you can control exactly the size if you want them cut. And I would suggest doing it this way. So we're going to throw these in a hot cast iron pan. And I'm putting this on the cooler side. These are kind of off to the side of the heat. And then we're going to do smash burgers. So these are quarter-pound patties. And you want to make sure the cast iron's really hot and smash the meat down into the pan. And it's going to get these crispy bits on the edges, which is kind of the signature style of a smash burger. If you've never tried one, I would suggest doing it. They're really tasty and different from, your normal grilled burger or something like that. You're going to want to season liberally with salt and pepper, and then we'll flip them in, just like 2 or 3 minutes. They don't need much time at all. All right, so you can see here we're flipping it over. That one came a little bit apart on me, but that's all right. And then we're going to flip the other one as well. And you can see the nice browning on the edges. Those little crispy bits are a nice delight and treat from your normal grilled burger that I enjoy a lot. And then just going to put some of those onions on top, each one, and then I'm topping with a little bit of sharp white cheddar. Use whatever cheese you feel like, but I like the taste of sharp cheddar on mine. And now we're just going to stack these up over top of each other, throw a metal bowl over top, turn the heat off, and let it melt. Now we're going to work on the pièce de résistance of this dish, the burger sauce, which I feel like just brings the whole thing together. And this is super easy to make, but honestly is so, so tasty. You guys should definitely all try this. Basically, I'm doing like a tablespoon each of ketchup, mustard, and mayo, and then just dicing up a kosher dill pickle into small pieces, giving it a quick mix. Also added in a splash of the pickle juice itself. And all you have to do is stir this up, and I cannot tell you, this is actually quite good sauce. Like, when I have this in my fridge, I feel like I start putting it on everything, like in salads, whatever. But give this a try. It's really good. Now we can start assembling our burger. So I'm pretty basic on mine. I just like lettuce, tomato. I've already got the caramelized onions and cheese in there, and then the burger sauce. So we're going to start assembling this thing. And for the bun, we're using a Martin's potato roll, which is what Shake Shack uses, I believe. And I think it's the best tasting burger bun out there. Really good and soft. Got a little sweetness to it. It's the way to go. We're just going to top with some lettuce and more burger sauce on throughout. I just put little bits amount throughout, so kind of as you bite through the burger, you're getting each of those great components. And look at that. Isn't that a beauty right there? And then we're about ready. I'm going to fill up that glass with a milkshake. Let's walk into that. So really easy here. I put a little bit of ice in the bottom of this glass, putting a small scoop or two of vanilla ice cream in here. And then we're just going to blend this up in, I'm using the mini food processor, but you can use a blender or whatever you want. And then other than that, we're going to put in a banana too. And I'm adding some sweetened coconut flakes. I like the taste of coconut, so I'm throwing them in there. And then just a little bit of cocoa powder. I mean, cocoa powder's not sweet on its own, but it adds some little color and a little bit of cocoa taste. And then just a splash of skim milk to help with consistency, and then we'll blend this up. And you can see how creamy this is when I pour it out. That's my favorite consistency. You can add more or less milk depending on what your preference is. But this tastes quite good. And there we have our full meal with the milkshake, the double quarter pounder, and fries. Calories come in at 1,156, 77 grams carbs, 59 grams protein, 70 grams fat, and the price is $3.29, which even McDonald's can't beat. And if you wanted to bring down the calories and use just 1/4 pound patty, this would bring it down to around 900 calories and probably 20 less grams of fat. But that will wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you treat yourself every once in a while, because it's all about balance. Am I right? If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.